Hello, this is Bill McDaniel. I have another story for you today. This story is called In the Wilderness. Camping is my joy, in the outdoors, especially in nature's wooded areas. One automatically embraces the feeling of completeness. Viewing nature's gifts clearly displays His creation in the forest grabs your imagination and presents you with a degree of wonderment. And as a gift, God put all this together for our enjoyment. Looking around, your eyes catch a glimpse of tiny animals, attempting to just make it a day-to-day, but likely leaving something for a neighbor who also is out and about searching for today's dinner. Bringing treats in your backpack to spread around the area to observe the various animals finds themselves surprised to find a new food source. You can, among others, feel the pleasure of finding something special, perhaps providing a family dinner. Now and again, various birds seem to notice something has joined them in the forest, and likely will accidentally or on purpose leave a food item in an open area. Just the right spot to swoop down and grab the food to take home to those newly hatched baby birds. A small collection of earthworms will supplement their dinner. But Dad must have dinners as well as Mom, so Dad takes a trip across the flowing stream and spots a few bugs, just the right size to share with Mom. Dad grabbed them up and delivered them to Mom, but flew back to get their dessert, as one might expect. The evening, this bird family had a joyful evening and could plan on a restful night. A smooth sound seemed to be coming through the air that tells my eyes that there must be water close by. Indeed, it was water, as I learned when peeking through the trees. It was a small stream coming down from a spring. My first thought was, I want to sample a taste of this water. However, I noticed there were 2 or 3 friendly animals taking a sip of the water and not ready to depart. So I decided to wait after them. In a few seconds they departed, so I decided it was my turn. As I got ready to get up and move, in came Mother Brown Bear with 2 cubs. Not good news to interrupt Mommy Bear, as she means business, especially when the cubs next to her. Somehow she knew I was around, as she kept sniffing, attempting to locate wherever I was. She gave up eventually and turned and slowly walked back in the forest with the 2 cubs close behind. Coast seemed clear, so I dove in and got a mouthful of water, which seemed like a flow like silk. The water was so cool and so easy to swallow. I'll be back with my water bottles and then fill them to the top. The bush rattled just behind me. I turned and there stood a deer looking at me, suggestion that her turn was to drink and I should get out of the way. I did quickly. I walked back to the camp in a hurried manner and decided I should sit down and recount my adventures that day's experience. The sun seems to be heading towards the west, so I realized evening would be here soon, and I had better figure out what I'd have for dinner. I had plenty of food with me, but since I was a visitor to the forest, I could share some of the food. Earlier, I thought I would see some berry bushes nearby. Hopefully Mother Bear and her cubs haven't raided the bushes and left them bare. On arrival, I saw Mama Bear hadn't found these bushes just yet. I picked a small bucket and stepped back to return to my camp and noticed items growing just a few steps away from me. Sure enough, the roots of these plants are edible and taste almost like potatoes. I pulled a few up, cleaned them off. The campfire started quickly, and so-called potatoes were quickly boiling. My contribution was some leftover steak from the night before. With camping, hard bread, the cooked steak, and lumpy potatoes dinner was started and found to be delicious and filling. Dressers were naturally the picked berries, which seemed to be so sweet and tasty, a real dessert. I ate them all, ate them with joy. It didn't take long to clean up. All the food was bagged and lifted high in the trees to keep the bears coming and helping themselves. Time had arrived for the normal evening program offered for free by our friend, nature. The campfire was glowing nicely. I laid back and started to observe sundown as the sun slid behind the curvature of Mother Earth, leaving only a few clouds. And then, as one should expect, the moon, nearly half full, seemed to motion. Why not come and join me? The millions of stars seemed to appear and twinkle like diamonds. Looking closer, an occasional shooting star shot across the sky. One had got to think God was sure busy when He created this universe. There is so much beyond what we can see with the naked eye. Maybe one day we will be privileged to have a closer look at God's vast garden. No surprise, the forest does have nighttime sounds that catches your attention and grabs your safety thoughts. Experience has taught me to understand those sounds and distinguish between nature's moving around and those animals, especially bears. The campfire was glowing now, so I headed to my tent and sleeping bag for a good night's sleep. I slept through the night. Morning came bright and early, promising unexpected finds, a few scares, and a few wonderful surprises. Thank you.